All right, guys. Haven't made a video in a couple days. Not too much since then. I know a lot of people were getting excited. Had a little bit of a pump last couple of days. We actually hit the $63,000, about $63,000, I think, yesterday. Now we're back down to about 62. I think we want to see Bitcoin back up at the $65,000 mark before we get too excited. And yes, my prediction of a bullish June did not come to fruition, but I think July is going to be good. Actually, I mean, June was really kind of lackluster, but it does seem like we're coming back. I want to talk about that a little bit. I want to talk about Tom Lee, who thinks he's extremely bullish on Bitcoin for the rest of this year. And like I said, guys, when it comes down to timing with crypto, it's all a guess. I mean, like, if somebody could predict the actual timing by the month, by the day, I mean, you'd be living on an island somewhere with, like I said, a bunch of models. So also we talked about the debate, the presidential debate when I made my video. I think the last video I made was right before the debate or the day of the debate. And I said that debate's probably going to destroy Biden because the guy can't talk. Well, that's exactly what it did. I mean, I was watching this debate. I mean, I was like having so much fun. I was like yelling at the screen. I was eating popcorn. I mean, I wish they just played this like debate in a movie theater because I would have totally bought a ticket. I was like having so much fun. But this is my favorite line. I think it's everybody's favorite line from the debate. I mean, for one, I actually was watching this debate and I was sad. My mom was texting me, who's a liberal, and she's saying, "Oh my God, Biden looks like, I'm not going to say about one of my family members right before he died." Like she was so sad. I was watching. I'm like, oh, this is so sad. How can they have this guy out here? Like it wasn't even all that much fun in a way because it was so sad. But then after about 10 minutes, I'm just like, oh, screw it. This guy's a piece of crap. He stole so much money from the American people. Screw him. And then I started to have fun again. But here's my favorite line.
Elder care, making sure that we continue to strengthen our healthcare system, making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the COVID. With dealing with everything we had to do with. Look, if we finally beat Medicare.
Thank you, President Biden. President Trump?
Well, he's right. He did beat Medicare. He beat it to death.
Oh, baby. That was so freaking good. Oh, I love Trump. I just ordered my Trump Felon 2024 t-shirt. Anyway, that was good. So I don't want to talk too much about politics, but politics is important, guys, because if Trump wins the election, it's really going to help the bull market. It really is. Trump has already come out for USA mining. He pretty much wants to legalize everything crypto. Gary Gensler is gone if Trump gets elected. So, yeah, I know a lot of people aren't into politics and maybe you don't want to hear me talk about politics, but it really is important if you're into crypto that Trump wins and Biden is gone. We talked about this before. Powell came out today. Powell says Fed has made progress on inflation but needs more confidence before cutting. We've been telling you guys this for the last year and a half. There's not going to be any cuts this year. And that's the one thing I am going to be right about. And there's no way they're cutting rates. So we can just forget about that. Overall, stock market is in the green. I think Tesla earnings are doing decently today. And here's Tom Lee. Here's Tom Lee from, I believe, today. Bullish on Bitcoin.
Instead, earning cash.
You know that my insecurity about crypto manifested itself again in my feet of clay because I said, Tom Lee's going to be absolutely right about the 5,500. Why is he still saying 150 for Bitcoin? Why do that? Why not just focus on stock? Don't stick your neck out because it was falling below 60,000. Now it's back to almost 63,000. So that 6 trillion we just talked about, that sort of plays into your Bitcoin thesis.
That's right. Bitcoin's probably suffering from the Mt. Gox, starting distributions in July. That was a huge overhang for many years. But if I was invested in crypto knowing that one of the biggest overhangs is going to disappear in July, I think it's a reason to actually expect a pretty sharp rebound in the second half. So I think, 150 is still within.
It's already July 1st, so that's so you're not taking that off the table. That's still a possibility.
That's right. And one thing to keep in mind, Bitcoin makes most of its gains with 10 days every year. If you take out the 10 best days in a single year, Bitcoin actually has negative returns.
Was Tom Lee?
So there you go. And we haven't talked about this before, but one of the reasons that June turned out not to be all that bullish, and nobody could have predicted this, is Mt. Gox. Well, maybe some people could have. Maybe they announced it. I don't know. But Mt. Gox actually released a lot of that stolen Bitcoin that they were holding back to people, and a lot of people were dumping it. Or maybe Mt. Gox had to sell it, and that is one reason that Bitcoin was overall kind of lackluster in June. Like Tom Lee says, that's coming to an end. And there's no other negative catalyst with Bitcoin that we know about. So people have been talking about this whole Mt. Gox things for the last 5 years. I remember last bull market. Oh, what's going to happen to Bitcoin when Mt. Gox has to sell all their Bitcoin, blah, 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 blah. Or when Mt. Gox has to give their Bitcoin back to their holders. They're all going to sell it. Well, guys, that's over now. We are at $73,000 Bitcoin, went down to 58. That was probably the heat of the selling. Now we're making our way back up. So yeah, listen to Tom Lee, guys. If you don't want to listen to me, listen to Tom Lee, because that's who I listen to. He's overall bullish. Timing might be off. I always said by the end of the summer, I think we'll be at all-time highs. Maybe it won't be till October, November. I personally don't care. If you do care, it means you have way too much money in crypto, and it means you made a lot of bad financial decisions. If you can't wait an extra 2 months to make your money, that means you're not good with money. So even if you do make $1 million of Bitcoin, you're going to squander it all within a month, because we're talking a couple months here. But overall, I do think July is going to be bullish. For the most part, Cardano ahead of schedule. Cardano updates MiCA compliance indicators 6 months ahead of curve. The Cardano Foundation and CCRI release MiCA compliant sustainability indicators in an effort to position Cardano ahead of the regulatory curve with a focus on energy and efficiency transparency. According to the foundation, it partnered with CCRI to ensure its quality in its blockchain monitoring and data collection methodology. The report stresses that Cardano run on a more energy efficient consensus protocol and consumes significantly less electricity than proof of work protocols. Everybody's into being energy efficient. Well, Cardano, not only does it work, we just had that DDoS attack last week and it didn't even hurt it. Cardano is actually one of the most efficient blockchains as well. So a lot of good stuff coming for Cardano. I'm excited. As the crypto market matures and the MiCA regulations come into full effect, such effort will be crucial in building trust with regulators, investors, and users alike, paving the way for wider adoption of blockchain technology in a sustainable manner. Everything looking great for our old friend Cardano. Going back to politics, so Biden, right now he's talking about he's got to do something now because everybody's calling him for basically drop out of the race, which it looks like he's not going to do. And I hope he does not drop out, because if he drops out and like Michelle Obama takes his place, and then maybe a Democrat will win. But George Stephanopoulos, who's a giant Democrat donor, friends with the Bidens, is going to be doing an interview with Biden. But get this, not live. You can't make this stuff up. So George Stephanopoulos is going to be doing a heavily edited interview with Joe Biden. You can't make this scam shit up. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. But if it's not live, they're just going to edit it. What else are we talking about? Saw this article on CNBC, which you don't see this a lot. Kind of interesting. This was the main article within the top 3 on CNBC today. History suggests that Bitcoin will likely hit a new all-time high this year, report says. And of course, following the halvenings, that's exactly what's going to happen. Bitcoin has not reached the top of its current cycle and is likely to go past its all-time high this year, according to a research report released by CCD Data. The research firm looked at historical trends, including the length of time which Bitcoin appreciates after the halvening. The report suggests that if these play out, then Bitcoin could reach all-time highs. And then, of course, they point out that there could be an ETF, Ethereum ETF approval. Point being, you rarely see articles like this talking about Bitcoin hitting all-time highs. And, of course, with CNBC, you have a lot of traditional investors reading this. So I think you're starting to see the retail money take interest, reading reports like this. And remember, the last spike for Bitcoin going from 15,000 to 73,000, that was not institutional investors. That was ETF shit and guys like you guys and me buying Bitcoin. We haven't had retail come in yet. And unfortunately, we don't get full-blown alt season until retail comes in, and that's what pumps Solana with will pump Solana with the meme coins or Cardano and all these meme coins that we own. We need that retail money to come in. I know some coins pump like Solana because of the meme coins, and honestly, but you have to understand the people trading the meme coins were guys like you and me, people already in crypto. All these meme coins came out, and people are buying Solana and using Solana to buy them, and that's why only some coins pumped. But really, we still had Theta go to $3 from 25 cents or 50 cents. We still had Cardano go from 23 cents to 80 cents. So we still got some nice pumpage. But once that retail money comes in, which should happen this month, next month, I don't know. It's going to happen. That's when we're going to get that full-blown alt season. Okay, Bitcoin, 62,000, just about. Guys, I mean, this is like the same old shit. I really wish there was some more news. I'm actually more interested in politics right now and all this other crap. But things are looking good. You know, June kind of turned out to be lackluster. I was kind of shocked, but when you think about it, Mt. Gox was dumping, so that's what happened. A lot of people are thinking July is going to be extremely bullish, or at least end of summer. So we'll see what happens, guys. But overall, everything looking good. I'm happy. I'd like to see Bitcoin get back above $65,000 before. And I think that's going to happen. I think we're going to get a $65,000 Bitcoin, and then we're going to hang out there and then take off from there. Right now, we're still in that range. We could definitely dump back down to $59,000. From 62,000, we could definitely dump back down to 58, then back up again. Great chance to buy cheap coins, although you are seeing a lot of these altcoins have come back up a little bit. So, and you're also seeing meme coins not as hypey right now, which we talked about this in a previous video, that meme coins might not be the catalyst leading us into level 2 of this Bitcoin bull market. Could be something else. I don't know. We'll see. Like and subscribe. Talk to you later.